What's up? I'm Zach, and this is my review of Rage 2 on the PS4. So, starting off, I'll be talking about the audio and graphics. The graphics were definitely a treat and were pretty enjoyable. I did play on the PS4 Pro, and it felt like I was hitting close to 60 frames per second, and it did appear to look as close to 4K as it could handle. I really enjoyed the different environments. Felt like there was a little bit of difference in the biomes and stuff. There was no really any immediate graphical glitches or texture pop-ins. It looked pretty pristine. The audio was fine. It had a really cool techno metal soundscape in the background. There was, however, this weird complete drop in audio in one of the DLCs, the Terror Mania DLC. Near the very end, the last Bone Tower, the audio just completely dropped. I couldn't actually get it to come back, and I actually had to finish the DLC without the audio at all. Moving on to the pacing, I played it at a pretty brisk pace. I finished it in under 10 hours. You can run through the main story in about 10 hours. If you were to do everything else in the game, try to get more of the trophies and platinum it possibly, it could be anywhere upwards from 20, 25 to even 30 hours. The game starts off pretty quickly. It has a pretty epic opening cutscene. It starts off in a really insane way. There's not a whole lot of side quests, and you never feel the need to pursue them other than to collect resources. There's some boss fights as well. There's not really a whole lot. The last boss fight in the main game was fun. It was pretty challenging. For the characters, there's very minimal story characters. A few carry over from the first Rage. The only memorable one was Dr. Kizvar, and he was a mutant that he rode another mutant. And he's from the first game. There's also one character, his name is John Marston. He is from the first game as well. And there's another character named Mr. Clegg. He was really funny and really entertaining, but he was really underutilized. He was only used in one or two missions. And you can also just, for reference, choose between a male and a female character when you start the game. Now, speaking of the story, it's pretty insane, but it's also short, which might be for the better. I couldn't really tell you what happened in my total amount of gameplay. Story-wise, I spent about 21 hours with the game total, the DLC included. The story became super erratic and really hard to follow. Fortunately, though, the gameplay was fun enough to keep me engaged. I think there might have been 9 or 10 story missions. For the gameplay, there's multiple resources to scavenge around the map. You have this ability to craft secondary weapons like grenades, wing sticks, and health kits. Many of the upgrade items, there's weapon cores, auto parts, and feltrite. Feltrite is a secondary currency that you can use to upgrade multiple abilities. You can have there's a push ability, there's a dash ability, there's a shatter ability where you jump up in the air and you can slam down, and you use Feltrite to purchase those. There's projects which will allow you to craft certain passive abilities like carrying more health or grenade items. You can get faster lethal takedowns, and you can hold more ammo for weapons. There's also auto parts which you can use on the vehicles. You can improve different types of weapons that you can make your vehicle faster. You can have this explosive type of thing that really helps with taking down convoys. The gunplay for the weapons felt great, and it was a nice addition to complement the car comp, which I also thought was really well done. This is the team that made the Mad Max game, so the car combat felt similar to that. The weapons felt weighty and powerful. There's plentiful ammo. There's special abilities that you can get. And then moving on to the pros and cons. For the pros, I thought the gunplay was very good. The performance of the game was really solid. It was short, but I did enjoy it. So that was a plus for me. For the cons, there's not really a whole lot of side activities for you to go after. They don't feel very important, and I didn't enjoy that the story was really hard to follow. Alright, that's all. That was my review for Rage 2. Hope you have a good day.